What is up, everybody? It's your boys Gin and Juice back at it again. And today we're talking about tops again, but we have an update.
We got an update.
Yep. We're talking about Zion Williamson.
Ooh.
And then we're talking about the hobby in general, what changes in the hobby are coming up and so forth. We also have a special guest with us today. We have G over at Louisville Sports Cards. What's up, buddy?
Favorite breaker.
What's up?
Our favorite breaker. Look at you saying our favorite
thanks,
breaker.
Drew.
That's cute. That's cute,
Thanks,
guys.
buddy.
I feel weird being on this side because I feel
Which
like
side
I'm
do you
always
wanna
on
be?
the other
Yeah.
side.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I got
That feels
you, I
more
got you.
natural.
I got
There
you.
we
I
go.
got you.
Drew's
All right.
You like being on the right, Jen?
Just Zion looking healthy. Zion looking beastly.
Zion,
Cut.
dude, he is looking phenomenal. He lost a ton of weight. A lot of guys put in work this offseason. You got James Harden put in work. He lost this, substantial amount of weight.
Yeah.
You got Brandon Ingram on that same team. No one's talking about him. He looks like he hasn't had a haircut in about a year and a half. So that means he was just putting in work. You never want to see those guys that look, like they just don't sleep and they just wake up and hoop. They're in the lab cooking. And then Zion Williamson just looks like an absolute freak right now. In shape.
Yeah.
It's insane. What are your hopes? Or do you have any predictions? Let's talk about that for the Pelicans with that lineup they have. Remember, CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson, sorry, my bad. And they have is Herbert Jones going to start for them?
I don't know. Probably
Maybe.
not.
And then you also have Brandon Ingram, and you have the big guy in the middle.
Steven Adams.
No, he got traded to the Grizzlies.
Jonas?
Yeah, Jonas Valanciunas or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Vakaitis.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is
they're looking
West,
good.
though.
Yeah, but the Jazz kind of imploded.
Yeah.
I don't think the Thunder will be good again this year. James Harden lost 100 pounds, they're saying. Insane.
Yeah, he said 100. I don't know. I mean, he definitely doesn't look like.
Dude, Luck with the $10 super chat. How low is your accommodation score? So we took these tests, right? Just to try to figure out our personality and so forth. And basically accommodations, how are you to people and adjustments and, if they come to you with an idea, how are you taking it in? Anyway, out of 100, you want to guess where I'm at?
You?
Yeah.
90.
No, that means
I'm taking recommendations from other people.
yeah, basically, let's leave it like
20,
that.
10.
24.
And now this is from 0 or so from 1 to 99.
10.
10.
24.
I'm a 4.
4. That doesn't shock me.
Yeah, that sounds.
I am a 4. Someone said -10. Oh, AOD just up. Oh man, but it's kind of funny. I mean, look,
That's awesome.
but my empathy, I listen to people, I hear them out. It's I think it was a 96. I'll
Very
listen to you.
empathetic.
Yeah, but you just won't follow through with it. You just be like, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't know. That to me, it's just being a realist.
You're a good
guess.
listener. You just don't care.
I mean, I care, but it just is not going to change the outcome. Look, what
He gives this much shits about you. He's like, I care about this much.
Right.
it's like
Your
opening up a
opinion
box
matters
of
to me
cards.
only this much.
It's like opening up a box of
Like
cards. When you open up
opening up Donruss Optic for you.
it is what it is. You open it up, you lose. Oh well, you move on with life. Don't whine and bitch about it. That's how I am. Speaking of the chat, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. Someone said Cowabunga early on. Are you serious, right, Meow? Oh, there it is. Pedro with the yo. What's up, Pedro? Jeff Owens over on Facebook. What's up, buddy? How are you? Jason, you guys rock. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Huddle Card Collection. What up, fellas? What up, dude? Zion is looking healthy.
What is Deluxe for then?
I think he's a 12. I'm lower than him, which is strange.
Or 3 times the 4.
It's not that much better. It's not that much better than.
Nah, it's not. It's basically the same. Identical.
It's like,
What's happening,
it's
guys?
Pot calling
Not
the
much.
kettle black.
Yeah, basically. Zion doing the keto diet, apparently. James Harden lost 100 pounds. Yeah, I don't know about all that. He says he did, right? But I don't know if he
100's a
really
lot.
did. 100 is a lot.
100 is
Man.
a lot.
I need to
Does it
lose
even
100
help him
pounds.
lose 100 pounds?
Depending, I don't know. At his height, I have no idea. Zion is coming back in a huge way. Agreed.
We talked about it in the store a little bit today. I mean, talking about maybe buying a decently sized Zion card.
Yeah.
Just see,
Yeah.
pull the trigger. Maybe the three of us can go in. on one.
Maybe the opulence booklet, FOTL.
It's still in the position. It's very tucked away safely. But yeah, that thing has looked great, by the way, Drew. I would love to see that graded.
Did you get it slabbed?
No.
The slabs are
slab would be
ginormous,
like
though.
this big.
The slab's gonna be like this big, and the card's gonna be like this small.
Would
You could hang
PA
it in the studio.
True,
Yeah, true.
You
but
could frame it.
maybe we'll see.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
I was thinking like some sort of auto or prism, low numbered prism color or something.
Yeah, like a
that.
101 Zion. Oh, we could buy that. We could buy the RPA,
Yeah,
Which
I don't
one?
know about all that.
the logo man.
No, yeah. See, here we go. This is why my accommodations are for. Is things like this. This is what we're talking
Really, I feel like with this, your accommodation should be like a negative 10 or negative
about.
50. You just shoot
no,
all ideas down. You don't think about like what could be the possible best way to get to that point. You just like no, that idea is ridiculous. I mean, you just throw it out.
I don't know if it's idea based, but it really comes down to just being realistic with the expectations. I think that's really what it is.
You can't be realistic. You gotta shoot for
Not
the
these
moon.
days. Always
Shoot for the moon and fall short.
Someone says Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes is not starting, I don't think, Deej. I don't think he is.
He might get more PT, but I don't.
I will say this. I think if people are out there, I would be buying Zion Williamson cards. If you can get them on, like right now, they are cheap. I think you really should try to pick them up. They're cheaper than what they used to be. And I think, man.
Well, the season starts in what, 4 weeks, 6 weeks?
Yep,
Right around
something like that. About a month.
So
A little
you
less
could
than a
buy
month.
now, and you could make 2 to 4x maybe in
Yeah.
a month.
Easily.
He gets hold to the season if he has a couple good games. If he gets hurt, then different story.
Yo, shout out to our guy, Alan. Love the channel, fellas. Been subbed for about a year now, dude. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Matthew, yo, what's up? Noel with the A over to Dude Luck. Outside the box says this isn't Fort, buddy. I'm just happy you're bringing up Fortnite now instead of midnight. Everybody's it's triple the amount. Huge. What's up, Lootbox? What's up, everybody? Hey, we got G on today. We do. Shout out Louisville Sports Cards.
What's up, Edwin?
They're talking about Zion and need to talk about Cade Cunningham.
Or the Pistons in general.
I mean,
They
they're
got
still
some
young.
shooters.
They do, but they're still like until you see them take that, like someone take the role and run with it. Cade has all the talent in the world, but no one's really standing out on the team except for Sadiq Bey. He had like a pretty good season last year. I don't know who's the real leader is yet on that team. They're very young. They got a lot of guards, a lot of wings. They can put it together, but we'll see. I do think,
the rookie.
yeah, I do think they're going to take a nice little jump this year. But the East, I mean, I don't know.
Well, the Cavs have that nice core of Garland, D. Mitch, Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. It's a pretty good starting five for the East.
They're stacked. They're absolutely stacked.
Garland
What about
and, Mitchell?
What about the Celtics? The Celtics losing their head coach for a year over some. I don't what it sounded like it was like consensual. So like, was this a relationship and it's not part of their ethics? I haven't heard much about it, but when I saw it and just read like the one line, I was like, this doesn't seem right to me.
I think it was a violation of Celtics code, but then that was just the first one, and then there was a second allegation or rumor or whatever that came out that he was a little bit aggressive with or something. I'm not really exactly sure on that, but I mean, their head coach is now 34 years old.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Which is crazy. The same age as I am coaching the Celtics.
Joe Mazzulla.
Real. Noel, drop the link to our Discord, everybody. If you guys are not part of our Discord, and you have Discord, I highly recommend clicking on that link. Noel, if you can spam it, go ahead and spam it. But yeah, come on through. It's fun.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Jen, you are lagging pretty bad.
No, should be fine now.
Looks fine to me.
Hey, Juice from Australia, what's up? Keep it real. Yes, sir. What are you guys' thoughts on Lamar Jackson, bro? Is a beast.
He is.
Lamar Jackson is a beast. He'll probably get paid like crazy.
As long as that team can stay healthy.
He turned down a lot of money, though.
Yeah. Pelicans will be 6, maybe over in the West. Really? 6, not bad. You guys still have Baller Zion card? Yeah. Jen still has his booklet. Not card related, but did you guys see that Deadpool news? I did see the Deadpool news. You guys see the Deadpool news?
I did not.
So Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine.
Play. Yeah.
One last time. I'm just going to leave this here. How about Jalen Hurts, baby?
It's still too early in the season. He could get injured. You know, there's always all of that.
Why would we even bring that up? Let's not bring that up. That's a
You know, the Eagles could fly too close to the sun and crash and burn. You never know.
Anyway.
When do they play your boys?
They play the Jags next week.
Your favorite team to hit in breaks.
Oh, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
2 weeks after the bye.
Speaking of the Jags, what about Trevor Lawrence?
Dude, he looks good. I've been telling everybody. I told everybody before the start of the season, Doug Peterson is the perfect coach for Trevor Lawrence this young in his career. And
I think we talked about that on this live before the National.
Yep.
About who to buy.
Yep.
Everybody was like, Trey Lance. And I think we discussed, well, Doug Peterson is a great quarterback coach. They signed 2 or 3 receivers. Etienne's back. Robinson's healthy. They signed a few offensive linemen. I mean, the Jags lead the NFL in scoring.
Dude, they look good.
And they're in probably the worst division in football.
Yeah, they could easily run away with that division. Now, it's crazy to say that the Eagles' first real test of the season might become the Jaguars. And it's weird to even say that. Because that offense is really good. And our defense looked sloppy at the first game, but the past 2 games, the Eagles' defense looked killer.
Defensive line pressure, for sure.
Yeah. So let's, why we get caught up here on chat, G, give us the tops update. What's going on there?
Well, since your last week's podcast live, they officially announced it's 4 card packs, silver packs, due to the SP fiasco. Those packs will have like normal silver pack cards that you typically would get in a silver promo pack, like in regular tops, but you'll also have the SPs will be in those packs. So you can get Witt, J-Rod, Torkelson. Not sure about autos. That hasn't been confirmed. But it's a 4-card pack. If you purchased a box through Topps Direct or any local card shop like us, you'll get a silver pack for your purchase. And we're keeping track of it. Like, even if you come in the store and purchase, we're logging who gets a pack. If you order a box on our website, we'll keep a pack for you because we're going to get allocated 1 pack for every box that we got through Topps and our distributor.
Gotcha. And
it's just hobby and jumbo, right?
Yeah, hobby and jumbo, because the light version, which hasn't been released yet, they will have the SP in them. So that SKU was apparently fixed before release.
Interesting.
Big thing is if you're a shop or a Topps Direct account and you get caught selling the silver packs, you can lose your account.
That's crazy. That's a good thing for the hobby.
It's great. I mean, because will there be shops or will there be direct accounts try to sell these packs for $80 to $100 on eBay? Probably.
I think that once it gets into breakers' hands that are of breakers that are not associated with a shop, I think that's where you're going to see them being sold. And I hope not. Like, I don't think that's the right thing to do, especially with everybody who's purchased, especially if like you ran breaks before. And you, like, for instance, if I'm a breaker and I ran breaks and everybody bought into my break and say I had 30 spots, right? Whatever the number is. I would take those same 30 players and I would randomize and do a free giveaway of the packs.
Well, so what I'm gonna do is like I did a case break, 12 hobby boxes. So we're gonna get 12 silver packs for that case, and then I'm gonna open those 12 packs live, and then go back to each break. So like the case break has them, and then whatever team you had in that break, you're gonna get those cards.
That's awesome
from the break. So I think I had a case break, and then we had a 3-box break, and then I have another half case break. You know, we got Topps Chrome for $200 a box in the break. So I don't think you're gonna. Yeah, it's pretty. But you know, if that fills, then we'll have silver packs for that too. And then if you order a box a month from now, if they're here, then we'll give you a silver pack for that. They're supposed to start shipping on Friday.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're doing whatever they can to fix the huge fiasco. And I mean, you can still get autos in these boxes.
Oh, for sure. Like the short print autos. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can still get, you know, Wander, J-Rod, Torkelson, O'Neal Cruz, and Bobby Witt. You can still get all their autos in hobby boxes. And actually, we're running a bounty on those 3 guys too. So if you buy a box of Topps Chrome, so if you buy the hobby box for $225 and you hit a J-Rod purple auto, we're going to give you $200 break credit for your next break. Yeah. So, and that's, I'm not sure when we're going to stop that, but it's up for at least the foreseeable future.
Oh, there you guys go. If you're in chat and you want to open up a box of Topps Chrome, go ahead and check out LouisvilleSportsCards.com. Check out their break. G can even break it live for you.
Tonight. I'll be on after this.
Well, there you go. Make sure you guys follow them on Instagram. Be sure to get that link in there. Noel, if you can grab that and send it out, that'd be great. Or any other mod that's out there. Louisville Sports Card Shops.
Comment there. Haas's Hollows. See that one? We don't have them yet. They're supposed to start shipping on Friday, but we will have them. Yes.
Nice. Nice. Hold on. What is this? Hey, Lootbox. You ever heard of your body and went 95 miles per hour butt naked down a water slide to knock every single little kid out of the way? Oh, baby. Yeah. Dr. Disrespect little line there. Okay, there it is.
One's a weird one.
Hey, he's a good guy though, right? He's a good guy.
Let's questionable.
Dang, you play Fortnite with them all the time, and now I see where your friendship.
Yeah, because he abandons me when I'm down and runs away.
Don't even get me started on that. Drew and I are just going in there and taking care of business, and then this guy gets like a little flick of damage, and he hides in a bush to heal himself all the time, while we're just getting quadruple teamed by everybody.
That's awesome.
It's okay though. It is what it is. Buy the logo, man. In the end, it's going to shoot to the sun, not to the moon, but to the sun.
The Phoenix Suns?
Yeah, the Phoenix Suns. Oh, dude, the morale there. I heard the press conference was one of the worst press conferences a lot of these guys have been to, and the mood was just weird. And so I don't know if my team's going to be good this year. We'll see, though. Even with the Wolves upgrade, still think they are lower than the Pelicans. So the Wolves, they got Rudy Gobert, they got Cat, your boy. Yep. They got D'Angelo Williams still, or right? Who is it? No, Russell. D'Angelo Russell. They got Ant-Man. Who's their 3?
Well,
I don't remember the 3, but I mean that right there, those 4 guys in the starting lineup versus the Pelicans.
I'll be curious to see how Gobert and Towns play together. I mean, Towns is statistically, even though he has a lot of blocks, one of the worst defenders in the NBA. And Gobert is one of the best defenders. And 2 big guys, but Towns plays a lot on the perimeter, though. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. I heard he's going to put up a lot of threes this year, which I hope not. I don't know. I think Cat is probably their best scorer next to probably Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man's still just an athletic freak. I think all-around scorer is probably Cat. And I think he's going to do a lot of the damage in the mid-range and in the post. I don't see him shooting too many threes, but that's what they're saying. That's what the rumor is.
Who? Gobert?
No. Karl Anthony Towns.
He will. Yeah, he shoots a lot of threes.
Why?
Didn't he win the 3-point contest last year?
That don't mean anything. Kevin Hart beat Draymond Green in a 3-point contest. What does that mean?
Everything.
Not a damn thing.
It's the world. It means
Oh, Devontae Smith, dude, he balled out of his mind.
Yeah,
First
he
big
did.
game for that guy. And AJ Brown still got his. Oh, who does not want to see Hurts versus Tua in an NFL rematch? Dude, that'd be nice. Marvelous Packs, Juice Box with the crying emoji. What's up, buddy? Evening. Feed the gods. The homie baloney. Noel's over on Twitch too. Mad respect for sure. I appreciate it. You got, oh yeah, you already read that one. There's the link. Make sure you guys follow his account. Uh-oh, here we go. What's your opinion on the industry summit and Panini dropping out altogether? Do you think Fanatics announces a complete takeover of all sports cards? So, that's interesting. That's interesting. Before I give my take, Drew, you want to throw yours out there first?
ooh.
So one,
Sounds complete takeover. I don't know if they'll be able to take over everything. I think at this point they might license things out to Panini, but I don't feel like Fanatics will have control of all sports cards.
yeah, it's pretty interesting. Fanatics is going crazy. I don't think they're going to be able to do a massive takeover. I think at some point our government's going to get involved, just like the government got involved with AT&T and the whole T-Mobile purchase a couple years ago. I mean, it's just, you can't have a monopoly in the space like that, even though they kind of already do now with everything that's going on. But I just can't see them taking over completely. It'll be interesting to see how that relationship goes. I'm not surprised that Panini dropped out altogether, especially as we're coming up into, obviously we're in a recession at the moment, but there are a lot of, I guess, individuals that are speculating that we're about to see a big crash. People have been talking about it for a while, but now more and more people are talking about it, which is kind of nervous. But I have a feeling in the next 45 to 60 days, we're going to see some other news around the economy for sure.
The European markets is what's scary.
Yeah.
So Panini dropped out of the industry summit. Is that what that guy was saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know about that until now, but it makes sense.
Well, I mean, because the industry summit posted this morning with Panini on their logo around the ad for this weekend.
So Bishop's giving us breaking news.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fanatics is going to try to completely take over everything, but like you said, I mean, but they're going to just create a monopoly and force the government to get in, and then they'll just give a certain percentage back. Be like, oh yeah, you can have soccer back or whatever. I mean,
That's like the wrong way to look at it, but it sucks. I mean, the card market outside of say the big three with baseball, football, and basketball, soccer is just ebb and flows, especially in the United States. I mean, I get it's prominent outside the United States. The United States controls the sports card market like they do the world market when it comes to
I was just using
economy.
soccer as an example. I mean, I was
For
just
sure.
didn't AT&T and Spectrum literally merge, and then the federal government stepped in and said,
Yep.
Yeah, it was the T-Mobile one, but Spectrum and AT&T was. Oh no, yeah, was it Spectrum or
AT&T
T-Mobile?
and T-Mobile.
Yeah, it was AT&T and T-Mobile.
Yeah,
They were going to merge. Yeah,
cell phone carriers.
But getting back to it, if they say, hey, you can have wrestling, you can have all these ancillary products. I mean, that's not going to do anything great. I think there's no way in heck they're going to take over and have everything.
At the end of the day, Fanatics has deals in place with the players associations for the three big sports.
Yeah.
So they have all the leverage, in my opinion. They have the players.
Yeah.
Who's on sports cards? It's players.
Fair. Oh, DeAndre Ayton hasn't talked to Monty, the head coach of the Phoenix Suns, since Game 7, apparently, says AOD.
Brian Windhorst's reporting on the Suns media day was no one was talking to each other. It was all about the owner stuff and Ayton's contract and how he had to sign the offer sheet with the Pacers just to have the Suns pay him. And it was just very not upbeat for a team that should be
Upbeat.
top 2 or top 3 team in the West.
Well, still think with the talent they have, they're still a top 5 team overall in talent. I think overall in the NBA, they are a shot of the past 2 years we've seen it, and at least for the next 1 to 2 years, as long as Chris Paul and that nucleus is still together. I might be biased, but I still think they could make the finals any given year, as long as that core stays together. They are not acting like a championship caliber team, that's for sure.
What I didn't know is that Jay Crowder's he's holding out, or
he asked for a trade. I personally don't think Jay Crowder's all that. I think he brings some toughness, but there's been plenty of times that fool has gone 0 of 20 in a game and it hasn't made a damn shot and had guard nobody. So I think he's
you can get.
Dude, yeah, he's a huge liability. LOL.
Right.
Hello from Baltimore. What's up? What do you guys think of Ja and Memphis? I mean, they're looking like they're going to get better and better across the board. Very, very strong team. Young. I think Triple J is still hurt though, right?
Yeah, he tore his ACL late in the playoffs.
Yeah, so I think he's not gonna be ready for the start of the season. That could fluctuate them a little bit in the sense of seeding and so forth, and how they play early on. I don't think it's going to be too important because obviously it's not close to that end of the year, but they need to make sure they, maintain an aggressive play style and so forth. But they got shooters. They got Desmond Bain. They got playmakers, John Morant. I mean, they're still a solid ball club, but Triple J is huge for them. And I don't think a lot of people are talking about that. Let's talk about, what changes in the hobby. There's been a lot of conversation with all this news and so forth, especially with Tops, especially with the conversation that Fanatics is starting to have. A lot of their big people in charge of being public in some of these podcasts and so forth about redemptions and all that. What are some of the items in the hobby that, you guys want to see, and especially the crowd here in the comments? Leave us, your top 3 items you're looking to change in the hobby, and maybe we could talk about a little bit. Some of the topics and items that come to mind: cheaper product, less about investing and more about collecting, and then on-card autos, redemptions, things like that. So I guess with throwing that out there, what are some of the items that you're potentially looking for a change in the hobby, or anything that might frustrate you a little bit?
Hopefully they get back to more game used jersey and patch cards. I understand the whole excuse during COVID because the games and people not going in the locker rooms, etc. But, especially in the higher end products, the one product that comes to mind now is Court Kings basketball. Still has game used jerseys in it, but National Treasures does not. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, if you're going to pull game used from majority of products, it's fine. But, for Eminence, National Treasures, Flawless, Immaculate, Spectra, let's get back to game used and hopefully get away from the not from any specific event stuff.
Yeah.
And just have game worn, player worn.
Yeah.
On-card autos too, which I'm not really sure if we'll ever get back to that and everything, just because the stickers are so convenient for the players.
I just think the product that cost a lot of money, I need to have on-card.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason why National Treasure should have any type of stickers.
Well, you got if you do on card, you're going to have more, even more condition issues than you have now because, you're trusting the player to handle the card properly. So,
yeah.
But I agree with you on the higher end stuff.
It's a trade off, I guess.
Yeah.
Sticker auto and neat, but I mean, like those thick cards anyway, you're just going to run into condition issues one way or another.
Well, speaking of cards and conditions, I'm going to pull up Pogadad here. Juice, Drew, and G. What are your thoughts on the cards that were sent to Panini for factory damage that are numbered or autos? Do you think I'm screwed? So what cards did you send?
They should have replacements for them.
They should, but ultimately,
I did see that one soccer auto that got damaged, and I think it was a Holland auto out of 5. And I don't know if it was Tops or if it was Panini, but I believe it was Tops. They sent it in, and they just got a whole bunch of cards as a replacement. So
I think it just
so
depends
you
on
run the high
card.
risk.
Yeah. And that was for a prominent auto, wasn't it, Andrew? Like it was like
I think it was
big
a
time
Holland auto out of 5.
Yeah, and they got like just a stack of cards. Now the cards themselves could have been somewhat of value. It's just you run the risk with
value, but
you run the risk of Panini just giving you a bunch of cards that might equal value of what they deem the value is. So you kind of run into that situation.
Yeah, I will say Panini did a pretty good job with their black box and white box program at the National this year. So,
but I wish there was a little bit more transparency with it. Like if they could give me an idea of like what my redemptions were valued at, so that I could know if it's just like an unknown that I have to trust that they're giving me a fair value for my cards.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what that value is. And then I just get a box and then it's supposed to be equivalent to the redemptions I turned in. And it's just kind of like, well.
Yeah.
Well, I only had 4 or 3 or 4, and they were not very good. So when I went up there, they were just like, do you want to clear these out for black boxes? I was like, oh, sure. One was like a 2017 absolute Russell Westbrook glass card. You know, cool card, but I'd rather have the black box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we move on, there's a comment I just want to bring up because it is a topic about the Suns and a topic about the owner. But this guy says, is it okay to ask for a trade if it's the racist owner, though, right? So I don't agree with anything Robert Sarver has done. I think the punishment was a little too light, in my opinion. He's selling the team, which is great. Hopefully they stay in Phoenix. But Jay Crowder wants a trade because he was told he was going to come off the bench. At least that's what everybody's saying. That's what the reporting says. That's kind of what he was alluding to as well, based on multiple sources close to him. So I definitely agree with the whole Robert Sarver and owner thing. And if that was the case, by all means, for sure. But when we're talking about basketball and talking about, what Jay Crowder wants to do and why he's doing it, it's being reported that he is upset about coming off the bench and losing his starting role. So I think.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I saw a couple of comments talking about Jay Crowder's a great role player. Agreed. It's just,
I agree.
I mean, for what they need out of him, he's just very inconsistent with shooting. We got other defenders on the team now that have really stepped up. I mean, look at Bridges, arguably one of the best wing defenders in the league. So, I mean, I think the need for him has changed, and that's why I think it would probably be a good time to get rid of him. Someone says Sun first round this year. Dang.
Can you pin that comment? Where'd it go? At 9:29 about redemptions.
Sure.
Archdog.
There we go. There we go.
I think to that comment there, it is an IOU, but the players have a contract with the manufacturers to sign a certain number of autographs. So if those players don't sign their autographs, they're at least putting something in the product so you can get that player.
Lamelo Ball.
Yeah, I mean, so and hopefully as we move forward and get back to normal, some of these redemptions will go away, especially for some of the lower tiered players. But for the higher end, more popular guys who aren't signing their cards, I think they're going to have to do redemptions. But hopefully we can get a guy, just use LaMelo for an example. Maybe he can sign, 5,000 stickers for all the lower end products. So redemptions are only for the on-card stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I would be a little bit in favor of that, but I think just speaking on LaMelo too, I think there's a strong possibility that, his contract with Panini is going to be coming up soon. And he has, like you said, they have a commitment. They're going to need to figure something out. They're going to sue him. Mm-hmm. So he's going to need to either sign. And I think when he signs his autos for cards, they're going to become rare, super rare. Because I think he's not going to re-sign with Panini. I think it's going to become a LeBron James, Michael Jordan situation where they sign with Upper Deck and they never sign through Upper Deck because Upper Deck doesn't have any licensing, and go from there. So I think LaMelo Ball's autos, by the way, are going to skyrocket.
Well, he could also do what one of our mutual dudes does. Devin Booker. Devin Booker only signed for 3 seasons. He doesn't sign anything anymore.
Yeah.
So Devin Booker's only got 3 years of cards, if 3 years of cards.
Yeah. And I need to build that collection. What were you going to say, Jen?
Oh, there's the breaking news. The Suns did get sold. Juice will be buying the Suns. So you heard it here first, folks. Juice will be buying the Phoenix Suns to keep them in Phoenix.
Buddy.
So just let all the news outlets know you heard it here first. Legit source.
If there was a way that our core group could figure out a way to finagle a couple billion to buy the Suns or how much they're ever worth, just being an owner of like your childhood team would be just.
If only Cardano did well.
Right? All that Cardano had, like,
Good luck with just buy the Suns right now.
Dude, right? He would buy him a heartbeat too.
If you and Duluth own the Suns, then I would probably move to Phoenix.
Oh, buddy, we all would. We just live in the arena. We're breaking live at center court. Every time we get a big hit, Jen runs around with a shirt off.
Halftime every
every halftime game. That's your halftime entertainment, everybody.
That's a halftime show right there, folks.
That would be awesome.
Gee, you're a bigger baseball guy than we are, so I'm going to pin this up here real quick. What are your thoughts of Pujols and Judge reaching their home run goals this season? Do you think it's good for baseball?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think the Pujols is great, hitting 699 and 700 on the same night in LA. Played for the Dodgers, and did it in a Cardinals jersey, which is where he started his career. The Judge thing, I'm not a Yankee fan by any means. I'm not really sure if his breaking the AL record is as important as a lot of people think it is, but he is a Yankee. So for Yankee history and AL history, I would agree. But clearly the pressure is getting him a little bit. He hasn't hit a home run in 7 games. But the Cardinals are going to win the division. They're going to go to the playoffs. The NL is going to be a super tough playoff race with the Mets, Braves, and Cardinals and Dodgers.
Who would have ever thought you heard the Braves?
Didn't the Phillies sneak into the playoffs too?
There'll be a wild card. I do have something cool back here Chris bought this week. 2001 Bowman's Best Baseball, which is Ichiro and Pujols rookies.
Wow. Are you breaking that?
I don't know yet. I haven't been given the go ahead.
I know an Ichiro collector of sorts. His name's Jin. We'll spend a lot of money.
I'm kind of glad I didn't sell that. Oh, nice.
There you go. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Probably need to put it in like the freezer to brick them. Unbrick them. Bowman's Best always has like this little film on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 24 packs, 5 cards per pack. We got 4 boxes up there, something like that.
And how much is the box?
I think it is good. It is good for baseball. Baseball needed a jolt like that, and I think the rule changes for next year are also going to help baseball with the pitch clock.
Oh, I don't follow baseball hardly at all anymore. Like I did as a kid, but not now. Dude, I have no interest to watch baseball. But they're changing the rules.
Shift.
Okay, yeah, I heard about the shift, getting rid of the shift, which is kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah, I mean you have to have 2 feet on the dirt, but the biggest thing is the pitch clock. And I go to a lot of minor league games here, and it does speed up the game because I think baseball is still averaging about 2 hours and 40 minutes a game. As long as they don't change with the playoffs, though, because I mean, playoff baseball, I mean every pitch matters. Literally,
yeah.
You know?
Not bad. Viva Brazil. Let's go. This comment, and we'll get back down to the comments, but we passed this a little bit. We were talking about basketball at the time when this comment came up. So I kind of want to pin it. I'm going to start with G. You give us your top 3 NBA players at the moment. And let's make it the top 3 players right now, because I know you're going to say Jordan, but I would say right now, and I would probably go off of who you would want to collect right now. Personal collection. Because we all know the top 5 players in the league. We can get an argument, but ESPN did that. Let's say your top 3 hot players right now to collect.
To collect?
To collect.
I will say Kevin Durant. I will say Ja Morant and Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
To collect because based on prices. Donovan Mitchell's cheap. He's in Cleveland. Cleveland fans are nuts. So if he lights it up and Cleveland goes to the playoffs, as far as a collecting aspect, then you can maybe have a nice return on that.
Okay. Jen, put you on the spot a little bit.
LaMelo? That's a tough one. It's who else would there be?
I was a lot quicker than you.
I know. Maybe I'll say Cade Cunningham. And then third choice, it's a toss-up between Ja and Zion, but I'd have to go with probably Ja.
Wow. It's interesting. I always thought you were about to say Zion. Obviously, my love from Lamelo Ball is up there, so I'm still collecting Lamelo Ball to this day. Still going to continue to do it. I would also throw up DeAndre Ayton, even though he's unhappy. My DeAndre Ayton collection continues to grow. Actively collecting him right now. And then I'm going to throw one out there of a player that I really want to start collecting, but it's going to be very expensive. And that's going to be Luka. I really want to get in some Lukas because I just have a feeling that his stuff is already really high, but it ebbs and flows. It goes its season, and right before the season might be some time to get some Lukas. But I think just
Prism Green. Want to buy a Prism Green?
I mean, for this market's price.
No.
You
gotta pay future prices.
Got him.
I let it go for 2K.
We'll come back to it. So this is a funny one. Deej plays disc golf, and he's like very competitive with it. Do you think disc golf cards get popular? Now, the reason why I wanted to pin this because disc golf is getting super popular, especially here in the southern states, and then big time where we're from in Arizona. It is taking over Arizona. Do you think it's going to get popular at what? I have no idea, Deej. No idea. He's like, I want to get there's a $300 card with his jersey and sign on it. So a jersey signed card for $300 bucks.
Is it game worn or player worn?
Or match worn or whatever it is.
Probably had disc golf cards.
I probably would say if he's the best player in the league and he's equivalent to that Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Aaron Judge, whatever you want to call them of their day player. I saw G roll his eyes when I said Judge, putting them in the same name. I saw it. I say, sure, why not pull the trigger? It's $300 if you got it to spare. Take a little risk. But I mean, if it's your favorite player and he's the GOAT, why not? It's going to continue to grow in popularity.
Are you and Dude Luck going to have your intramural pickleball cards too?
Oh, intramural pickleball. I didn't know I played pickleball. It's funny. So he plays
tickleball, not pickleball.
No one wishes I played tickleball, let me tell you. There was we just played in a softball league, and we called our team the Thunder Bunnies. And we had jerseys, these hot pink and black gray jerseys. So gray jersey with hot pink and black logo with the numbers. And on the back, my nickname was Beef. So it would be Beef and my number. And it was this massive jersey that we would just wear. And it was a good time. We were terrible, absolutely terrible. We got to we accidentally signed up late. So they put us in the league with the amateur professionals or whatever. And these guys would show up in camouflage uniforms, all decked out with sponsors. And they were all like 6'4" and just cranking home runs left and right. They mercy ruled us every single time.
Jeez.
And you got my fat ass out there playing third base, trying to I dive for a ball, pick it up. I'm like, all right, this is a lot. I can't throw it. Here we go. Awesome. It was a good time though. We went out there. We went to every game. We lost every game. We almost won one game. It was close, but it was a terrible time from a winning perspective, but it was such a good time being out there with friends. Yeah, it was fun. All right, here's another one. You talked about Kevin Durant cards. Are Kevin Durant cards undervalued? Will it take an MVP season or another championship to bring him up? I think Kevin Durant's demeanor and attitude is part of the reason why his cards are down.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a mind thing rather than a play thing with people and investing and collecting Kevin Durant.
I think his higher end card, they just corrected like most things. And they're kind of where they should be, like his chrome refractor rookies. I wouldn't say they're undervalued, but like you said, I mean, there's another player in the league who doesn't keep his mouth shut too, and both of them have their values of their cards have kind of hurt a little bit because of it. But he is a generational talent. I think if you buy a nice Kevin Durant rookie card, you can make a little bit of money if they make a decent run in the East. But the Nets just don't have. I mean, it's him and Kyrie. That's it.
Hey, they got Ben Simmons, man.
3-point shooter in the offseason.
Buddy, I think that team's going to be very athletic, decent, and really good at defense. But like you said, the scoring loads is going to be on those two guys. It's going to be interesting.
The East is loaded, man. There's some good teams in the East. I mean, we haven't even mentioned the Sixers yet with Embiid, Maxey, Tobias Harris. Who am I missing on that team? So,
yeah, I mean they're pretty solid. They still got a lot of their core pieces. They were trying to make moves left and right, but they weren't able to add anybody or dump Tobias Harris's contract. They were in the running for Kevin Durant. I mean, they got James Harden and they got those, with Thibault coming off. I think he's probably going to come off the bench now because Tyrese Maxey's going to start. It depends on who's going to be their three. Maybe they'll play him at three. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Interesting year for the East. You still got the Celtics. You got the Cavs looking good. 76ers. You got Miami Heat looking good. I think the Hornets, depending on how far Lamelo Ball takes their stuff, they might take a step back this year, unfortunately, with the whole Bridges incident and everything there. But yeah, I mean, the East they're stacked, but they're also kind of wide open. I still feel like.
Yeah, I mean, because you're always going to have the few teams in the bottom, but then you got the Pistons, though. I mean, the Pistons are young. Can the Pistons go, 48 and 34?
Probably and make the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Let's go chat. Watching 110 watching, only 25 likes. Yeah, if you guys enjoy the content, enjoy the conversations, love hanging out, just give us that thumbs up. It really helps us
TBC
out.
breaks.
Let's go.
I see a lot of the Marvel people are in here.
Juice with the fresh cut. I tried to look as good as Drew, but I can't ever. I also hope better chances at better relics and blaster boxes. See, I'm one of those people that I absolutely dreaded seeing one-of-ones being pulled from baseball blasters.
Yep.
That killed me because you buy this premium product from the hobby product and you're going after that, and then Walmart, you can go buy it, which I'm happy for the guy that pulled it. Don't get me wrong. But there's supposed to be a difference between hobby and retail, and that numbering card thing is supposed to be that difference. And it crushed me to see it pulled it.
I think you'll see that. I think you'll see that change. If you listen to Josh Luber's interview with Sports Card Nonsense National 2021, where he said that there will be different SKUs for different realms of the hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's certain parallels you can get in hobby and not in retail. If you want to make a one-on-one retail exclusive, then I think that's great for someone who wants to chase retail. But didn't they pull the field levels out of select football this year?
They did out of this year. Field level is not an option, which is nice.
Yeah,
that's a good mix. It gives field level. It's supposed to be that rare third tier, the best tier card you could pull out of select. And it should be a hobby exclusive only.
Yeah,
should be. Let's get rolling on some chat. Next couple of questions and a couple of topics we're going to bring up. We're gonna hit it pretty quick, just so we can get called back up here. So first up, Lootbox TV, thoughts on Tua's supposed injury, Jalen popping off, and Lamar rush for the MVP. Couple things. Tua, I think he's going to be just fine. I did see him, I guess he was folded up a little bit. I think it wasn't an ankle. But I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be good. You'll probably see him stay in the pocket a little bit more and hopefully not get hit. Jalen popping off. I think again, I don't think the offense can be slowed down. I think it's the defense that still gives me question marks for the Eagles. So I think the true test is going to become, I can't believe I'm saying this, against the Jaguars, because I think the Jags are going to put up a lot of points. And there you can see if Jalen's going to be able to keep up with a quarterback who can actually throw the ball. I'm not saying that Jalen can't. But that's been one of his big knocks against him, is throwing that deep ball. And then Lamar's MVP push, anything like that. I don't know. I think Lamar's a great talent. He's going to get paid, but there's so many good players playing right now. Tua is playing well. It's just going to be difficult to see. What do you guys think?
Well, I think Tua's was more of a head neck injury or back
it?
injury. Yeah, because he stood up and was all
like concussed.
NFL,
I didn't really see it.
PA said they're going to look into it, but if Tua said he's ready to go back in the game and he was cleared by the medical staff, I don't know why the union's got to get involved.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts looks great. His footwork, it looks phenomenal in the pocket.
I think he's a really good game manager, man.
Having Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, that also helps. And then Lamar is awesome. I mean, he obviously he went to U of L, to Louisville. He's popular around here. I still think he should have took the $300 million from the Ravens with the $180 million guaranteed. I understand the whole bet on yourself aspect, but that's a lot of money to turn down, especially as a QB. But, I mean, he doesn't have an agent, so he still represents himself. So if he goes on the free market, we'll see how he can negotiate with other owners.
Wow.
But he's amazing. Yeah, it's him and his mom.
That's pretty cool. Why not? Run with it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the team can stay healthy.
Yeah, they got J.K. Dobbins back.
Yep. He's going to be good. Good addition back. But they lost a lot of good wide receivers too.
I mean, they've drafted the last 3 years around Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And drafting tight ends and basically speedster receivers just to run go routes and offensive line. So, I mean, they're built for him. I think they'll get it done. He'll stay in Baltimore, in my opinion.
Jen, what are your thoughts? We'll get to him. I'll get there.
With Lamar, again, very good player. Just his team just needs to stay healthy so that he can utilize all the weapons he has. Jalen Hurts, he's doing good, but the season will be a proving ground for him to see whether it's just all for show right now, if it's all fluff, or if it's if he's truly a good player or not. We'll see. And Tua, hopefully, like you said, if everything's cleared and he's good to go, why not? But hopefully, it's just, I hope everyone knows what they're, have his best interest in mind when they give him the all clear and he's ready to go. So, just hopefully he stays healthy.
Very true. Very true. All right, rapid fire, real quick. Here we go. You guys have any advice for new collectors? I'm a new collector, only 6 months, 1 million cards. Biggest advice I could give you: collect who you love first. That way, you figure out the market, you figure out prices of cards, you figure out sets, and go from there. Don't jump in like crazy. If you're really looking to collect and not invest, but to collect who you love first. Get to know the hobby, enjoy it before you make any big decisions. What are those redemption cards? Why aren't those redemption cards already signed?
Well, sometimes the products get released before they have time to get all of the signatures in and everything. So it's just kind of like an IOU saying that once the cards are ready and signed, you'll get your product.
Well, they have to release so many products per the contracts. So not only do the players have to sign so many cards, the manufacturers have to release a certain number of products in a certain amount of time. So they have deadlines too, according to their agreements with the players associations.
There you go. Oh, here we go. I could have a Luka 2020 Red Wave Prism BGS9 for $15 on eBay the other day. Should have bought it. Wasn't numbered. I'm only looking out for his rookie year, but there's going to be a lot of those cards out there.
These days, it's all about rookie year and numbered. I would avoid any like the bases and silvers just because with all of the retail blasters and things that have come out, it's really diluted the market. But those like 2018, 17, 19 years, they didn't have these retail products, so it may not be bad to have some silver. But
yeah, I've been collecting PSA 9 rather than PSA 10s. Is that okay?
Yeah,
I think that's great, especially if you're getting it for a right price and the right cards and they're big time players. I think
The right cards.
Yeah, that's the key. The right
because
cards.
eventually people will get priced out of 10s, and the next natural progression is 9s. So,
Yeah.
but I always like being a PSA 10 collector.
People think Kevin Durant's reason why Kevin Durant is the way he is because he's baby mama might be he might be the baby daddy of a porn star, apparently. Or ex-porn star. Lana Rhodes? I don't know.
Oh, Lana Rhodes. Okay, I've seen her work.
There we go. Anyway.
She gets 2 thumbs up.
The one-on-one Wander was pulled out of a hanger box. It's rough.
Yeah.
There's Expo cards, everybody. Boo! Or Expo games, anyway.
Expo cards.
Yeah, I wish it was. So that should have been his name, not games. He's a card collector.
Y'all need Jesus.
Let's see. What the funky stuff going on at Tops. People are losing their confidence in the hobby. So they have to stuff the retail. Nah, I mean
not really.
Yeah, those cards were pulled, by the way, before all these issues with Tops. Remember, Tops was a saving grace because of those cards being pulled to retail. Now Tops is in the negative light because of this whole short print scandal.
Yeah,
scandal.
I mean, Tops makes retail and hobby. It's not two separate companies.
Gee, hold or dump Trey Lance?
Hold. Well, depends on the card.
And how badly you need the money.
Yeah, I mean, base cards, Chronicles cards, base Optic Prism, blah, blah, blah. Sell them for whatever you can get out of them if you need the money. Low numbered hobby autos, I would keep them. I'm actually bought a couple today, on eBay.
There you go.
You bought them off eBay.
How we doing, fellas? We're doing great. Oh, go Dad. What's up? I think hybrid prices will come down. I say around 50% of what they are now.
Ooh, I don't know if they'll come down that low.
I mean, that'd be great for our channel because then
I'd love it.
Be buying like a madman.
I'll be buying Flawless all the time if it was half the price.
Yay!
At a 50% drop.
I like when you spend like a madman.
I know.
Think Matt Jones is going to be a bust or bounce back?
He's hurt.
Yeah. So he's a bust.
Did they ever rule if he's going to have surgery on his ankle? I know it's a high ankle sprain.
I have no idea.
I don't think so yet. I haven't heard any news about him having to get surgery just yet.
Yeah,
but
I just saw him. He's going to miss a couple games. That's what they said right now.
There's just not a lot of talent around him.
I'm just glad that Zach Wilson's going to come back.
Yes.
Because I need to replace my quarterback Tom Brady in my fantasy leagues.
I
picked up Tom Brady in one of my leagues, and it's been rough.
I'm about to drop that.
Here we go. Here's a good question. Brandon Ingram was top 10 in the NBA in scoring last year in points per game. With Zion's health problems, is Ingram the better investment? I don't think so. No. I think the upside with Zion is one of those talents that comes along every 20 years. He's the equivalent of a talent-wise and hype-wise of like a LeBron James was. Maybe not to
player.
The extent of LeBron, but he was up there. He was highly recruited, generational talent. I think you still put your eggs in that basket. Brandon Ingram, he's going to be a hell of a scorer, but I don't think you're ever going to see Brandon Ingram be more than what Brandon Ingram is right now from a value standpoint.
I think it's just when they each came into the league, like you said. I mean, Zion was hyped up all through high school. He was recruited by Duke, Kentucky, top schools. The whole blowing the shoe was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Played at Duke. He would have been the number one pick right out of high school. I mean, I think there are a lot of Brandon Ingram collectors, though. It's just there's not
for sure.
There.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would recommend buying some Brandon Ingram stuff if you're looking to make like a quick flip or something, or buy like.
I'm only saying from an investment standpoint. When you're comparing the two, that's what the question asks. From an investment standpoint, in my eyes, it's just not even close.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's younger.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I was going to say nice haircut, but I'm taking it back. It says Expo Games. Thanks for the $5 Canadian. So that rounds down to about $2.55. Thank you. Really appreciate the $2.
And after YouTube takes their cut, we get like 98 cents.
Yeah, it's like a buck, barely.
Get a half gallon of milk.
Look at these studs. What's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up, Jason?
Ooh.
How do y'all feel about Mac? I think we got that content. What up, fellows? When are you going to start breaking? You mean breaking for you guys to buy in? I don't know if that's ever going to happen. We thought about it. We talked about it. But once this market gets at, where it needs to be, maybe we'll reconsider it. We were selling product.
Once we know what Fanatics is going to do and we get a better picture of like what the future is going to be in terms of like product availability and accessibility and things like that, I think we'll have a better understanding at that point. Because it's going to be like, if it's going to be like trying to get our account started and build the volume and all of that before they get taken over, it's going to be tough to anywhere status like Louisville or any of the other big card stores like Ryan or anybody. To get up to that level, it's going to take a long time for us to get there. And who knows what will happen once Fanatics takes over.
But you can come break with me tonight at whatever time we get off of here.
Yeah, which is going to be pretty soon because we already hit our hour mark. We're about 10 minutes away and we'll probably call it a night. But I do want to take a moment and, talk about a little bit of something that Drew and I have been doing. We bring it up every once in a while, but we've been working on this app called Collector. Collector is a fantastic portfolio app that allows you to collect all your TCGs and, a lot of trading cards at the moment. Sports is coming eventually. We keep talking about it. It is on the horizon. I'm telling you, it's there. But one of the cool features that's coming up that you guys, I'm going to give you a little sneak taste about, is going to be this cool experience where you might be able to buy a couple things or two. And I highly recommend that you guys check out the Collector app because you're going to be able to buy from the marketplace and you connect with a lot of shoppers that you already purchased from. It's going to be really cool, really neat. I highly recommend you guys download it and check it out. It's free, always will be free. You don't have to pay no monthly subscription. So make sure you go to your Apple or Android store and download Collector. I appreciate it.
Yep, and you could buy 101 Juice Chonies.
Sold by Jin.
Yep, sold by me.
What are you guys buying up? We kind of talked about that a little bit.
You mean this one?
There it is, Collector. Yep. We're about to see how much money you have in there. Do you have your Pokemon in there yet, or what?
$0.
I sold it all. I sold all the Pokemon.
Oh yeah, you did. It's just he's close to where you're at right now. So I'm gonna let you take this, G. Any advice on Jamar Chase redemptions?
As in terms of like redeem them, or
if you redeem them, I would just wait. I wouldn't cash them in. I would just hold them.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure you'll get those signed.
Yeah, you'll get those.
Because I think there was a guy in our Discord who did redeem his and he got his back. So
I think a lot of his stuff is just sitting there waiting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Real quick, Andrew, this is going to be for you right here. Have you ever shipped from ePack before?
I have not. I will be doing that soon, but I know a lot of people who have. So it just can get expensive once you put things in top loaders and how quickly you want to ship it and how you want to ensure your value of your cards. But I mean, a lot of people don't have problems with it. I know like Alonzo, he's had his stuff shipped over. Spidey Hits has had his stuff come in and he just showed that off. So, I mean, a lot of people are getting their stuff. I'm about to have some stuff sent over as soon as I complete my achievements that I want to do personally. So
there you go. There it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and I put G's Instagram where he's breaking at tonight. Make sure you guys check out Louisville Sports Card Shop on Instagram. If you also want to follow G on Instagram, it is GP Cards 24 on Instagram. Make sure you guys give him a follow as well.
Yeah, make sure you slide into his DMs.
Slide into his DMs. Let him know why you think Ken Griffey Jr. is the greatest player of all time. That's where the 24 comes from.
And why the true Wildcats are not the Kentucky Wildcats. Let them know that too.
Ah, my guy G coming in, baby. Look at G's pissed.
Actually, 24 was my number too.
So was my number as well.
Because of the kid.
Hey, my number, I was right there with you. I even have a Hall of Fame bat when I went to the Baseball Hall of Fame with my grandpa. I got a black Louisville Slugger bat, and on the end of it, I put #24.
That's awesome.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, everybody, thank you guys for coming through tonight. It was fun, a little bit different style. We'll have some updated topics next week. G, thank you so much for coming through. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to your breaking. You're breaking. How close is that collegiate football break?
There's 7 spots to go. It releases tomorrow.
Okay. Are you just breaking tonight?
Yeah, just doing personals tonight.
All right, I might get some personal stuff.
Hop in.
We'll see. All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Deuces.
Deuces. Deuces.